Hi, good morning, everyone. So today I said I was going to review something really beautiful to you guys, and it's been good. So you guys want to know when to really enter a trade and hold for long. All right, so I'll be breaking it down into sections by section. So the only thing we added, let me delete all the indicators again. This is my chart. All right, it's naked. So the first piece we are going to be adding is the parabolic star. All right, done. Now, how does this parabolic star works? Once it appears from above, it gives you a sell signal. Once it appears from below, it gives you a buy signal. So the parabolic star can be scary because it can give you a whole lot of signals, and you may likely have some false entry. So how do we filter it out? As well, we have our piece number 2, which is the MACD, to help us identify the trend. So we have our MACD. So how does it work? The MACD has to be below, all right, and then once it shows, you sell. For instance, let me give you an example. At this point, the MACD was below and the parabolic star showed from above. So it was a sell signal. At this point, the MACD was above, but the parabolic star entered quite on time. Alright, but notwithstanding, that isn't what we are going to be using. Alright, so the next is our wonderful CCI. Very powerful. Alright, so little by little, I'll be revealing the piece to you guys, and it's gonna blow your mind. Alright, so the next, just for formality's sake, just add it, not necessarily, it doesn't have much effect on my trading, so just add it. And finally, beautiful Ichimoku. Alright, so now this is on a 5-minute time frame. So for catching spikes, what happens? Once it appears from above and then it spikes through the cloud below, all right, it appears from above. That is, the parabolic star signal tells you to sell. Remember, from above is a sell signal, from below is a buy signal. This is what I mean. Okay, it appeared from above, and then if you trace it, CCI was below 100, Awesome Oscillator was red, and what do we have? This trade moved for about I think close to 1 hour. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and up. So when do you exit? You exit when the parabolic star shows from below. So it spiked through. Unfortunately, MACD was still above the zero line, still telling us that the trend is still on an uptrend. But Awesome CCI at this point was below minus 100. Awesome Oscillator was the histogram of Awesome Oscillator was also below minus 100 below the zero line, sorry, and also it was red in color, and this is more like all stars has aligned. All right, everything is working for you except the MACD at this point. The good thing with trading on smaller time frames is that you have less drawdowns, all right, and so you would hold this trade until the parabolic star tells you to exit on the 5-minute time frame. At this point, you're exiting. Remember, in the cloud you don't trade. So this, let's focus on spike for now. This is another opportunity. It's this was parabolic SAR from below, and then the next one appeared from above, giving you a signal. And usually when a spike happens, that is when the signal appears. MACD was down, CCI was below -100, Awesome Oscillator was already ready, and so you had about 10 minutes drawdown, and then the spike continued. You would have exited here almost close to your entry. It happens. All right, or you can just take your profit when it is crossing back the red moving average that comes with the indicator. I'm taking my time to explain this. All right, because we'll be moving from time frame to time frame. Now, this was another signal. Parabolic SAR appeared from above, but if you notice, Awesome Oscillator was great, MACD and everything. CCI didn't perfectly cross 100, so this signal 2/2 isn't a good. At least out of 1 2 3 4, you should have 3/4 for you to enter a trade. All right, so I will also teach you against spike. Just follow me little by little. All right, so we have a signal here below the cloud, confirmation 1, parabolic SAR appearing up, confirmation 2, MACD below, confirmation 3, CCI wasn't below, so you may just have waited up to this point. You could have entered at this point, and Awesome Oscillator. So at this point you have 4/4, so you have 1 2 3 4 15 minutes drawdown, and then the spike spree continued up to this point. This is almost like 1 hour 30 minutes. If we have 5 10 15 20 25 30 35 40 45 50 55 60, 1 hour 5 almost 2 hours. All right, and then you exited at this point. I know it's gonna blow you guys mind. So this is another signal. All right, parabolic SAR appeared from below, no signal, and then the next one appeared from above, a signal. This is perfect. CCI below -100, Awesome Oscillator red, MACD red. I mean, you can imagine. And then parabolic SAR appeared from below, telling you, young man, exit. If you still want to hold, you can hold up to this point where it's now crossing back the red. Kim June, I don't know what is his name again, but let me check. Well, let's just use the red. Let's describe it as the red moving average. Okay, the Tekken Sen. Alright, so you can exit when it's crossing the red Tekken Sen, alright, which is at this point, or exit when the parabolic SAR signals a buy from below. Okay, so that was a signal. Okay, we have one. Now note, once it's below the cloud and parabolic SAR is appearing from under, you wait until it appears from above. All right, so it appeared from above at this point. MACD was below. All CCI didn't cross. Awesome Oscillator was confirmed, but sometimes this CCI is a great indicator, because anytime it's really confirmed below -100, trades really go your way. Like, because if you chose to obey the 5/5 or 4/4, you might, okay, here you had a drawdown 5 10 15 for about 30 minutes before the spike continued. All right, so the 5-minute time frame can be very good because it makes you enter trades on time, and it still helps you to hold those trades. All right, so the opposite too for but I won't use the 5-minute time frame when it comes to trading against spike. I will show you something better. Okay, so we're looking for, it's below the cloud. It's below the cloud. Parabolic SAR told us to sell. MACD told us, CCI said no. All right, CCI can be so great in confirming entries. All right, so I prefer most times let my CCI be below minus 100, because you can imagine from whenever the CCI is in the range of 100 to like it's in the middle, the market usually ranges. All right, because this CCI is actually a momentum indicator. Once it crosses the minus 100, it tells you that there's enough momentum for a sell, and once it goes above the 100 positive level, it tells you there's enough momentum to buy, still using other indicators in connection. All right, so there was also a signal here, but it just moved once. All right, so this is really interesting, guys. Let's go on. All right, so that we can go on and on and on and on and on. Those are the rules. All right, now let's move to the 15 minutes time frame. The same principle applies. All right, so you can see at this point parabolic star appeared. Everything is below the cloud. Awesome. MACD below. CCI was just close to going below minus 100. Awesome oscillator is below the zero histogram and is also red, okay, at this point. So you could maybe just wait it, and then you have 15 15 30 15 15, another 1 hour, 15 15, over 3 hours successful move. 15 minutes. Now note, for every time frame you use to take your entry, understand this. You would, in case a drawdown happens, please expect it to happen on that time frame. The higher the time frame, the higher the drawdown. All right, that's why I usually prefer 5 minutes, because I risk little and then enjoy what is actually going to be happening in the larger time frame. So this is really important. This helps you hold a lot of trades. Remember, before we just use the candle confirmation, but now we have our entry indicator, and then you can exit when it crosses the red Tekken Sen, or the red moving average that comes with the Ichimoku. All right, so how can you know spike? That brings me to the one. Please note, this thing works in all time. So in order not to prolong it so much, let's move the frame. Now this is crash 500 currently. It's in the cloud, so avoid. Do what? Avoid. Now for catching spikes, for holding 4 to 16 hours, this is what happened. You saw an entry here, all right, because parabolic star appeared at this point from below, but parabolic star later appeared from above, telling us to what? Sell. MACD down, CCI down, also oscillator green, but we have 3 over 4 over 5. Now this is what happened. This is the situation, or this is the challenge you may likely have. Remember, this is 1 hour time frame. So when you enter this signal here, 1 2 3 4, for good 4 hours the market was going against you. You had a drawdown. But what happened next? Remember, you only exit when parabolic star shows from below, telling you, okay, it is not good, go out. All right, so you entered here, you had a 4-hour drawdown. These are the points where you guys get to say, sir, are we still holding the trade? Remember, this analysis is from the 1 hour time frame, and so still hold that trade. And what happened? This trade lasted for 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18, almost a whole day. So you enter this trade, let's say this is 9 p.m. and you are in a massive drawdown. But remember, your money management comes in at this point. If you choose to take trades from the higher time frame, please use a very low lot size, because you should be prepared to hold those trades for even more than 4 hours. All right, so and then what happened for over 16 hours? You should still be on this trade, and then Parabolic Star told you to exit here. How much would you have gotten from this point? A whole lot of money. Initially, it may seem that your analysis was bad, but at the end of the day, you really benefited a whole lot. Okay, except if the parabolic serve, maybe when we enter the signal here, it told us it appeared below. But the parabolic serve can be wonderful. It tells you hold on. If it says hold on, you hold on. If it appeared, then exit. You may consider exiting the trade. All right, because when the market is having such retracement, it's trying to, it happens, it's not your fault. It's not like your analysis is bad. It is what is going to happen. You will see it a whole lot of times. All right, so this was the entry. Remember, this is a black dotted line from below telling you to buy, but you're not buying because it's below the cloud. All right, so that is for still catching spikes on the 1 hour time frame. All right, we have another entry here, but there was a drawdown 1 2 3 4, and then price moved down over 16 hours. The same thing that played out here. I think we have another entry here. Parabolics are appeared above the cloud, but the candle was below the cloud. MACD down, although CCI wasn't below 100, so we waited a little till all the stars aligned, and then we entered the trade. Hold till parabolic SAR tells you to exit. So this is a whole lot of profit. Parabolic SAR tells you to enter. You can exit when it crosses the red or when it appears from below. All right, so this is strong. This is a very good video. So it keeps okay, so this is another signal from above, price below the cloud MACD. So but CCI wasn't confirming, but you can see awesome oscillator. We have 4/5 here, and you can see how price went down. Even if you chose to wait till CCI confirmed, you would have still benefited a whole lot until parabolic SAR told you to exit the trade. So sir, what is the worst situation that can happen? Drawdowns. Example, this point, everything appeared, and then the market went against you, and then you exited here. So using a small lot size, because anytime the market goes against you, think in terms of, if this trade goes against me for gold, what am I going to lose? All right, let your 4 hour, 5 hour, 6 hour be your maybe stop loss value in your head. All right, so it also works on 4 hours. It also works uh, on any time frame. All right, so 1 hour is 5 minutes is better for entering on time. But it's for those who can hold for almost throughout the day, especially when everything is confirmed below. Just hold the trade. Forget about the drawdown you're seeing. It is going to go in your way at the end of the day. All right, until the parabolic SAR, because I back tested the parabolic SAR, it is not good using it on its own, but with the Ichimoku, the MACD, and the CCI, when back tested together, the performance was beautiful, especially for holding long-term trades. Okay, so and that brings us to how can we also hold trade. Now it has to be above the cloud. Parabolic SAR appeared from below, and you see you could held this trade up to this point. Good. MACD above, CCI has to be above 100, so this was a good signal. Okay, and here we have another one. Parabolic SAR appearing as an entry indicator. You held to this point. Parabolic SAR appeared, CCI above, everything you could wait, everything neat, sweet. Here you won't enter. All right, it works on all pairs, so it's not a matter of how does it work on crash 1005. This 500, I use 500 because it's volatile, and if it's more effective on 500 pairs. Imagine what it would be on 1000 pairs. So do the back trade against spikes. All right, please trade against spikes from 1 hour time frame upwards, because see this point. It gave you a buy now, but spikes started going against you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good hours. But parabolics has said hold on to that, and so you held. Remember, your heart would really be heavy at this point. All right, so you shouldn't be scared. As long as parabolic cell hasn't appeared from above to exit, still hold on. So you have this buy signal here against you for 6 hours, and then who enjoy. This is over a full day trade. This is massive, guys. This is massive. Especially, I would advise you can use 0.01 for trades like this, okay? But when you want to catch spikes, you can use 5 minutes, so that I'm not teaching you scalping with this. This is strictly holding trades 4 to 5, 6 hours, a whole day. All right, so we have this parabolics. Now I also understand this. Once the trade starts going in your favor, at least for a good 1 hour, please adjust to break even. Whether or not you're holding, adjust to break even. Okay, so this was a signal to catch spike. MACD down, CCI not confirmed. Okay, it was still not bad. So this is good, this is good, this is good, guys. This is really good. So the only thing that has been added to our swing strategy, whereby we get to hold trade, is the parabolic SAR. Alright, it tells you when to enter as well as tells you when to exit. It works on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, so I think I will be doing maybe just a part 2 on this video, but in the meantime I don't want to add a whole lot. Alright, so I don't want to add a whole lot. You can start with this. Okay, let me get your feedback, let me get your challenges, and then we'll move on further. Alright, thank you.